Good afternoon, everyone out there on the internet. This is Peter WebDoc Martin, and I am broadcasting you live from dreary, cold Baltimore, Maryland. I'm sitting here looking at my window, and the weather is getting uglier by the minute. So hopefully some of you out there are someplace warm, enjoying the nice weather. And it is about 2 minutes to 1, so we got 2 minutes before we start this webinar, but I'm excited that you are all joining us, and I'm looking at the attendee list, and we have got a lot of people that got on early, and I respect all and appreciate all of you people, so we are going to start exactly at 1 o'clock, and for those latecomers, they can kind of catch up afterwards. So welcome, everyone, and as we get started, I'm going to give you a little background on me, just so you know who I am. I have been in the car business, I hate to say it, since 1982. I started working for a car dealership doing advertising for them back when I was a junior in college. And I was very fortunate. That car dealership was Reichard Ford, and back then they were just two young brothers who took over the store from their dad, pretty much on the brink of bankruptcy. And they turned it around, and I was able to be part of that turnaround and contributed, to some of their success with some of the advertising and marketing that they came up with. And was fortunate enough to learn the car business from two of the best guys I know in the car business. And I have been involved in the car business either from the retail side as a dealer or just as a salesperson, or from the advertising side working for a number of different ad agencies, including Zimmerman Advertising at one time, which is a fairly large ad agency. And for the last 15 years, I have been focusing on digital marketing, coming up with different products and services to help car dealers and other businesses be more successful with their digital marketing. The difference between what I've been able to do and a lot of other people out there is I've actually been in the business, so I understand the business. There's a lot of great products out there and a lot of great people. They come up with stuff, but unfortunately, most of the time, they're not really designed to be beneficial for the car dealers and other businesses because they don't really understand the marketing side. So today, our webinar is titled, and it is actually 1 o'clock, heads up, so we're going to start right on time. And the title of the webinar today is Master Video Marketing in 2018. And I'm very excited about that. Here's a little bit more information about me. When I was living in Florida before moving to this cold, dreary state of Maryland, I was actually the technology correspondent for ABC News down in Sarasota. So I've got a lot of experience in this technology, and what we're going to talk about today is specifically about video. And what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you have any questions, please feel free to give them to me. I'm probably not going to stop in the middle of the presentation. I want to kind of stay on time, but afterwards I will answer all of your questions, so you can either send them to me during the presentation, using the little box right there, or you can just send it to me afterwards. Now, I will tell you, I do speak fast, and I'm going to cover a lot of information. I think this PowerPoint is close to 50 slides, but I will tell you, if you like the presentation and you find it has valuable information, you can send me an email. I'll give you my email address at the end of the presentation, and you can have my presentation, the whole PowerPoint, for free. No questions asked. You can do whatever you want, because there's a lot of information in here that you're probably going to want to review and maybe even take and use some of the steps to do the process and do the things that I'm telling you about in this presentation. So with that being said, let's dive right into the presentation. And the reason why Mastering Video Marketing 2018 is so important is very simple. Vision, we are visual people. It is our most dominant sense, and we know through advertising that pictures will definitely boost engagement in any type of advertising you're using. But video is even more powerful, because now you have multiple pictures and sound. And 2018 is going to be the year of video. Right now, there's 72 hours of video uploaded to YouTube every 60 seconds. Think about that. Video is being filmed and uploaded constantly. And a matter of fact, 1/3 of all online activity is spent watching video. So people are very excited about video. They like watching video. And quite frankly, I tell people video is so powerful because most people don't want to take the time to read. More importantly, with the new smartphones and all of the new technology that's available, 92% of mobile video viewers take those videos and they share them with others. So it becomes a very social piece. Well, as you know, or maybe not, Google owns YouTube. And that's very important because as a business owner, for you to be successful in 2018, you want to make sure that you put a focus on getting as much exposure on page 1 of Google. So one of the things that is important to know about video, whether you're doing a product video, a how-to video, or a testimonial video, and we're going to talk about all of those, is that you want to make sure that you say the correct things. And this is an important note right here for you to take down. Google is using voice recognition. So they actually have software that is listening to the videos and transcribing them, and they're pulling information out of the video content that's being analyzed and using that for their SEO. So if you use the correct SEO keywords in your videos, you are going to get a lot of exposure on Google. Well, why is Google so important? It's really this simple. Google is the yellow pages of today. When people want to purchase a product or service, the first thing they do is they go to Google or they open up their phone and they do their research. And this is a little study that was done, and it was called the 0 moment of truth, and it was talking specifically about what happens at the 0 moment of truth when somebody makes a decision to purchase a product. Well, the process starts with them going and doing some searching. And they're going to go to Google or they're going to go to their phone and say, find me a dentist in my area, find me a car repairer, find me a new car dealer. They're going to search and find the information. Then they're going to read reviews. They want to know about the product. I spoke this morning in Washington at an event called the Tech Breakfast, and I had a fairly good-sized crowd, and I asked the crowd, and I did it this way. I said, how many of you read reviews prior to buying a purchase? And pretty much everyone raised their hand. And I said, well, let me rephrase it, because it looks like everyone does. How many of you in the audience do not read reviews prior to making a purchase? No one in the room, and there was about 79 people in the room, raised their hands. So if you don't believe reviews are important, you need to make a note, and after this seminar, go do a little more research on the impact that reviews have. Reviews are very powerful. Then, whenever available, they're going to watch videos. And I'm going to go through some statistics about how important those videos of product videos are on your website in a few more slides. And then the last thing they do before they make a buying decision, they're going to ask their network. They're going to ask their friends on Facebook. They're going to ask different people they know. They're going to reach out to different relatives and friends and asking for information. And those are all of the factors that affect their purchasing decision. So for the purpose of this webinar, we're going to talk about 2 types of videos that you need in 2018 for you to be successful. The first one is product videos or explainer videos. Now, I don't care what product you're selling, whether you're a dentist doing teeth whitening, you're a car dealer selling a new car, you're a home repair person doing repairs, you're a restaurant. It really doesn't make a difference what the product is. I mean, I was on Amazon the other night, and I was looking for a lock for my house. I wanted to put a new lock on the front door. And the reason why I went with the lock that I picked was because they had a very well-done video that explained all the features and benefits. Because quite frankly, I'm lazy just like everyone else is. And I didn't want to sit down and read and compare all of these various locks to figure out which one does all the things that I want to do. I watched the video, and they literally went through bullet point by bullet point by bullet point of what the features were on that lock, and I made my purchase. Video makes it very easy for people to get the information they're looking for, and that's the whole key. Matter of fact, it's interesting. I spoke today at the AOL headquarters, or the former AOL headquarters. It's not the headquarters anymore. But back in the day, AOL was the forerunner for the internet. And the reason why AOL was successful, and we talked about that a little bit today at the session, was they made it easy. Remember, if you remember AOL back in the day, they'd send you a CD-ROM, you put it in your computer, but everything was very easy. They had a lot of icons. The same thing goes true today. If you make it easy for people to get the information on your website, you are going to sell more products and services. It's that simple. The next video that you need to have is you need to have customer testimonials. Because as I showed you earlier, people are looking for customer testimonials. They want information. Now, this is an interesting statistic. 1 in 4 shoppers say they've used YouTube to search for a video related to a product they were considering while they were in the store. So think about that. Someone is in your business and they're thinking about making a purchase, whether it's a new car or a new washer and dryer or a new lock, and now they're on YouTube and they're searching for information about the product that you're selling. So by having videos that you develop, there's a high likelihood when they're searching, if you do your videos properly and follow the steps I'm going to share with you, when they're standing in your store and they start searching for a video about your product, all of a sudden there's going to be videos that pop up that were produced by your store. Can you imagine the credibility that you're going to gain in the eyes of that consumer when that consumer sees that you've taken the time to put out videos explaining the products that you're selling? It's a phenomenal opportunity that you have in front of you for 2018. Videos will directly lead to sales. There are studies out there that show that 74% of users who watch an explainer video about a product subsequently bought it. That is an extremely powerful thing. People are watching the videos, are learning about the product, and they eventually come back and buy. Now, with regards to car dealers, and I know we have a number of car dealers and automotive professionals on here, so I'm going to address a little bit about automotive for you, is hang on a second here. There was a question on, is audio working? Yes. Is everybody able to hear me? If you could just text me back or let me know through the question and answer, make sure the audio is working. Somebody said the audio, they're having a problem with it. And I'm checking the chat feature real quick. Looks like, if you guys can hear me out there, please take a second and just chat me back. Let me know the audio is working okay, because someone did ask if we must be having audio problems with this computer. Okay, well, I'm going to just keep going, keep an eye on that screen right there, make sure. But this is an interesting statistic. Adding a product video on your landing page can increase conversion by 80%. And then the statistic breaks down a bit further. 73% of consumers are more likely to make a purchase after watching a video that explains the product and service. So one of the cool things about this is when you put a product video on your VDP page, your vehicle display page, now when somebody goes there, they're able to watch a video. But think about this. You now have something on your website that is more engaging than your competition. We know from Internet Marketing 101, the longer somebody spends on your website, the more likely they are to make a purchase. So if you can keep them on your website longer, it is going to generate more sales. Oh, thank you so much for letting me know that it's working. Great. Awesome. Super, super, super. Appreciate that. So having a video of the product that somebody is interested in buying on your website is a huge benefit, and it's going to help you sell more vehicles. Now, one of the things about video is it builds trust. And as we know, trust is a foundation in sales. People buy things from people they like and they trust. So the whole concept of marketing using video provides you a unique opportunity to build trust and deepen relationships with people. We know in the auto industry that a large majority, over 90% of people are starting their online shopping, automotive shopping online. Little tongue twister there. So if you have an opportunity by using a testimonial video or just a video of yourself, now I've seen some people that are actually sending videos, that they just create of themselves, and that's a phenomenal idea, a phenomenal way to do it. It's a little bit more work, but it's a great way to do that, to build that relationship, because now people can see you. But when you're talking about building trust, you want to really focus on video testimonials, because you can tell people all the things you want, but customers are going to trust other customers. And unfortunately, today, with online reviews, people can take advantage of the written review process, and they can say things about you that may not be true. And I see that on a regular basis. People are out there saying things and leaving bad reviews because, for whatever reason, they just are not happy people, and it has a negative impact. When you're doing a video testimonial, the advantage is people can see the person giving the testimonial. They can see their face. They can hear their voice. They can tell whether or not that person is telling the truth. So if you have some people out there that are saying some negative things about you or your business and your dealership, and then you have some video testimonials where people are able to be seen that has a higher credibility factor, it outweighs some of those negative reviews. And let's face it, we're never going to stop people from putting negative stuff up. It's never going to happen. But video testimonials gives you a way to counter those, which is very powerful. Now, this is a statistic I like, and I should make a note of it. 84% of consumers trust an online review as much as a personal recommendation. And why I'm sharing that with you, and I want to point this out, is we started out this presentation by talking about the importance of online reviews. People are going and looking at online reviews before they ever set foot in your business, before they ever make a purchase, whether it's an online purchase or an in-store purchase. And 84% of the people trust them. So if you have some bad reviews, online reviews, that is going to negatively impact your profitability for 2018. You need to work on adding positive reviews and positive testimonials in 2018, and using the video testimonials, because of how they are viewed in the search engines, is going to give you an opportunity for the next year to push down those negative online reviews, which are having a negative impact on your business. So it's very important for you to be successful in 2018 to address the negative online reviews and replace them with positive video testimonials. And what I want to do right now is I want to do a little case study with you. This is Caitlin, little blonde lady right here, and she purchased this blue car. And Caitlin has over 1,800 Facebook friends, okay? So she purchased new RAV4, okay? And the customer, Caitlin, allowed the salesperson to film a little testimonial. Now, she filmed that testimonial on her Facebook account, okay? And one of the keys with that is when you get a video testimonial, you want to take the time to share it with the person who gave it, because everybody wants their 30 seconds of fame. So you can just take that video, especially you do through YouTube, and you can send that video directly to Caitlin like the salesperson did. Now, why that's important is the average Facebook person has over 350 friends on Facebook. So let's just look at Caitlin. Caitlin was a little bit outside of the normal. She's got over 1,000 friends. I think the number was 1,800. But the fact of the matter is the average person has about 350 friends. So when you do that video testimonial, there's a high likelihood that that person is going to share that video. And as you can see by Caitlin, she shared that video with all of her friends. There were 50 people that viewed the video before she was even out of the F&I office. There were 200 views the next morning. There were 300 views 5 days later. And today, 2 weeks later, there were over 1,200 views. Now, Caitlin is not the typical. I mean, because if you look back, she had over 1,800 friends on Facebook. But still, if you could get 50 views on your video, those are 50 people on Facebook that know Caitlin, like Caitlin, and trust Caitlin. And Caitlin is there talking about what a great experience she had at your business. Now, think about that. Your exposure continues to grow with every vehicle or every product sold. So if everybody has 350 friends, so every time you film a testimonial, and this is the most important part right here, filming the testimonial is important. But if you don't send the video to the person who gave you the testimonial, you've literally missed the whole opportunity. So this slide right here, I'm going to focus on for a couple seconds because I really want you to understand what I'm talking about. If you film a video testimonial and you upload it to YouTube and you don't take the next step and email that to the customer so they now have a copy of that video that they can turn around and share on Facebook, you've literally missed an incredible marketing opportunity for free advertising. Because now they're looking to brag about their new purchase, their new car, their new their new dental, procedure they had done, their new kitchen they just had installed, whatever it is that they're bragging about, you've missed that opportunity if you don't send the video to them. So this is a critical component that you need to be incorporating into everything you do. And one of my clients is actually doing something quite interesting. They give a little spiff, a $50 spiff for every video that's filmed by the salesperson at the time of delivery, and it seems to be working well. Because when people share that video, you win. They're out there bragging, and nothing wrong with bragging, but they're bragging about what they just did, the new purchase, their, the weight loss they did, whatever it is that they did the testimonial about. But as they go out there and tell the world about that, you're benefiting because those views count towards your SEO ranking. So videos are considered, part of the SEO algorithm, and the more views you have, the higher the relevance it is, the more likely that video is to show up. Now this video right here, this guy here, this young athletic looking guy in the video, he actually does a backflip. He says, this car dealer gave him a flipping good deal and he does a backflip, and the video kind of went viral. It's got like over 2,000 views right now. This PowerPoint, slide is a little bit, maybe 3 or 4 months old. But, it was a cool little video because not many people, I certainly couldn't do a backflip, but he did a backflip in the video. Now, if you don't believe what I'm saying about the impact, I always throw this slide in here because I want you to understand that what I'm telling you works. And this is a text message from one of my clients, and it says, I am having a dealer principal from a competing Toyota dealership near me complaining about our customer testimonials because they're showing up for searches for their dealership. This goes back to what I was saying. Whether you're doing a product video or an explainer video or a customer testimonial, if you use the proper SEO keywords, and those SEO keywords are your city and state and whatever the product you're selling. If you're selling a 2017 Ford F-150, you're selling a new washer and dryer, you're a health club and you're doing some sort of weight loss program, whatever it is that you're selling, you need to make sure you put that information in the video so the Google can pick it up. And it's very easy. You can start doing this right now. As we hang up this presentation, in a few minutes, you can literally go out with your phone if you have a YouTube channel and start filming testimonials. And if you follow some of these steps, you're going to have a lot of success. So the first thing you need to do to be successful is you need to have a YouTube channel. Now, if you're going to do a product explainer video, you want to put that on one YouTube channel, and then you want to have a testimonial channel. So you're really going to have 2 YouTube channels. A lot of people say, well, I only want to have 1 YouTube channel. The reason why you want to have 2 YouTube channels is you have 2 different types of videos. If you're going to do product overviews or product reviews or explainer videos, you want to keep all of those housed in one location. If you're going to do testimonial videos and use those for sales and marketing, you want to have all of your testimonial videos housed in one other place. Part of the reason for that is if you have a customer that you're talking to, you can send a link to that channel, and there they can go and watch all of your customer testimonials. So now that you have your YouTube channel built, which is very easy to do, you shoot the testimonial. You just open up the camera and you start filming it. You need to make sure that you include the SEO keywords, your city and state, and whatever the vehicle is. If it's a car, your make and model. If it's a washer and dryer, whatever washer and dryer, if it's a lock, whatever the product is you're selling, you want to make sure you include that in there. And this piece right here is a piece that a lot of people skip, and I want you to know that this is a piece that you do not want to skip. You want to make sure that you get a release. And the release, you can go online. I just Googled this one right here, just as an example. And you want an advertising photo release. If you don't have one, you can email me and I'll send you one. I have no problem doing that. But it's very important because if you're going to use somebody's video testimonial or even their picture on your website or in your advertising, you need to have their permission. You want to make sure you do that and you keep a copy of that. Now, I'm going to reiterate, I already talked about it a little bit, but you want to make sure that you send the video to the person, okay, that gave you the testimonial. And the way you find that is you go to your YouTube channel, you find that video, and you hit the share button. It's going to give you this little link right here, and you just copy that and you email it to the customer. And then you need to ask them to share it on their social media channels. As a salesperson, you can also share. You can take that same link and you can put it on your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Facebook. You can share it, send me a text message. The last thing you want to do with that video of your happy customer, you want to then put that on your website. And just like you found that link I just showed you where you go and you search for that link, you do the same exact thing. You find the link and you send that link over to your web developer and you simply ask them to add that to your website. Or if you are your web developer, you can put it on the website yourself. But it's important because every time you add a video to your website, you're going to improve your website's SEO and your credibility out there. Now, I'm going to run through a quick slide right here to explain to you what Testimonial Builder does, just in case you decide you want to get a little help with us with this process. We are more than happy to do that. But Testimonial Builder is designed to help you create, publish, and syndicate video testimonials. And the way we do that is we have a little mobile app, and it's very simple. It starts with a seamless process where you log in for the iPhone or Android or iPad. You point the camera at your customer, you hit the record button, and you read the custom script. Now, we built a custom script into Testimonial Builder because it is that important that you make sure you say the correct SEO keywords. And this is just an example right here. Hi, this is Peter with Reichert Ford in Columbus, Ohio. I'm with Susie, and she recently purchased a 2017 Ford F-150. Susie, tell everyone about your experience. Having those SEO keywords are critical, okay? So you read that, and then the customer gives their testimonial. You want to keep it short, under a minute. Preferably, you know, you could do maybe a minute and a half, and you never want to go over 2 minutes. People don't watch the videos if they're that long. But it's critical, and that's why you put the teleprompter in there, because you want to make sure you have all of the correct SEO information. And then you close out your video by saying, if you'd like to learn more, visit us at, you put your website address and your phone number. That way people who are watching the video, all of Susie's friends, can find out where you are. Now, as I was telling you about the release form, which is very important, our app actually includes the release form in it. So you can actually just have Susie with her finger sign, and you hit save, and now that release form is saved for you. And then the app does one last important thing for you. It makes sure that you get the customer's email address that goes to their cell phone, not their shopping email or their fake email that a lot of people give out, but you want to get the one that goes to their cell phone and literally put it in there. And in a matter of seconds, the app will send a copy of that video to the person who gave you the testimonial. And why that's important is the faster you get that video of them taking delivery of their new product or service in their hot little hands, the more likely you are to get them to start sharing the video and start bragging about the great experience they had at your business. So it makes it very simple. And like I told you, I like to keep everything on time, so I am actually 4 minutes early. But I'm going to leave up my contact information. If you like a copy of my PowerPoint, please just email me. I'll be more than happy to send it to you. If there's anything I can ever do to help you, feel free to call me. My number's up there. If you've got some questions, if you'd like me to walk somebody through how to do some of this stuff, I'm more than happy to do that. And lastly, if you'd like to, you can download our app for free on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. Our app is free. You can use it 7 times for free. Try it out. Take it for a test drive. If you like it and you want to learn more, you know, contact me. I'll tell you more about it. But the app is free to use. You can try it and see if it works. If you want to do it yourself, I'm more than happy to give you my PowerPoint. It walks you through how to do all these things. Whether you use my app or you do it yourself does not make a difference to me. But if you want to truly be successful in 2018 and blow the doors off of your competition, you need to be incorporating video into all of your marketing, whether it be your email marketing, your social media marketing, or your website. The more videos that you put out there on YouTube, the more business you're going to generate in 2018. And with that being said, I'm going to come over here to answer some questions for you. So give me a second as I pull them up. The first question is, investment advisors cannot use testimonials. It's against the rules. That is very true. Investment advisors, I find that are doing investments cannot use testimonials. That is an unfortunate situation. Don't know how to address that. It's one of those things where it's a FCC regulation, but for most other businesses, you can. Okay. Next one is, Okay. Okay. One is, okay, the next one is, how do you get people to do testimonials? Well, what I find is if you make a big deal out of it, people are going to be afraid of it. So typically what you want to do is you want to have the phone ready, and simply when you're talking to somebody, if they say they're happy, you know, ask them, would you be so kind as to give us a testimonial? And you simply just take the phone and just start there. What happens a lot of times when people try to make a big deal out of it, they get nervous. The other thing that I will tell you is the other advantage, I'm not trying to put a pitch in for the app, but it is the fact, is that by having the signature for the authorization on the app where they're just kind of reaching out with their finger, it's a lot easier, because I've actually had some people who have tried to do it manually, and as soon as they pull out that legal release form and give it to the person to sign, they tell me that a lot of people will just not sign it because they're afraid to sign something like that, and then they're not able to use the testimonial. So that was one of the things there that I will tell you. The next question is, how do you get your salespeople to do it? Wow. Well, if I had an answer to that question, I would probably be on an island in the Bahamas drinking pina coladas. But I will tell you that the best way to do it is to give them a financial incentive. Now, one of my dealers pays a $50 spiff for every video they film, and as soon as he canceled that program a month or so ago, the number of videos kind of dropped. So I think you typically need to do that for about 90 days, because then it becomes a habit. But I don't know if $50, you know, is too much. Figure the average salesperson selling 10 cars, but he gets 5, you know, it's, you know, $250, not that much money. But giving them a spiff is a great way to do it. What I have seen that works really well is having a delivery specialist. If you have a delivery specialist available, and the delivery specialist would be the person at the time of delivery who is with the customer. They're explaining everything about the customer to the customer about the vehicle, and they are then taking that video. That seems to work extremely well, because sometimes a salesperson, they've just spent hours trying to sell somebody a car, and they're just worn out, and they're just too tired to go ask for that final little piece of the puzzle, getting the testimonial. Now here's an interesting question. This one is about vehicle walk-around videos. Now, if I understand the question properly, my response is I love vehicle walk-around videos. Now, I like them primarily if I'm online dealing with an online consumer and I've got a particular car that I'm trying to sell them, especially if it's a used car. I think taking your camera, your phone, going out to the camera and doing a walk-around around the vehicle that they're interested in buying. If you got a blue Ford Taurus out there and you want to do a walk around, you can then get inside the car, you can show them the interior, and you'll narrate a little bit so now they're getting to hear your voice, become a little comfortable with you, and then you email them that video. That's phenomenal. And the best way to do that is you take that video and you upload it to YouTube. You want to put it on your YouTube channel, that is your how-to or your product video channel, and then it'll come up and it'll give you, say, do you want to share this? And you can grab that link right there and you can email it to the person. Vehicle walk-around videos are phenomenal, and it's a great way to set yourself apart from other people out there, because you're taking that extra time, and the people really appreciate that. Okay, this is an interesting one. What do you think about service videos to be used as part of the upsell process? Very interesting question. I've seen service videos work in some cases, because if you've got a car on the rack and all of a sudden you just pulled the tires and all of a sudden you see the brakes need to be done, I think sending a video where you can actually illustrate and show people the condition of the repair or show them what actually needs to be done in a video will actually work. I don't have any hard, fast statistics. I'd love, if anybody has any experience with that, for them to contact me. I'd love to learn more about it. But I will tell you, it was interesting. On my drive back from Washington today, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was telling me about this horrible experience he had at a car dealership yesterday, and how they try to upsell him. And, you know, that's the business we're in. I mean, you come bring your car in for service, we're going to upsell you. We're going to try and sell you some other services. And I think if that dealer was able to have sent him a video to show him the condition of his brakes as opposed to just telling him that he needed new brakes and what the price was going to be, they might have had a better chance of closing the deal. So I believe that those type videos are very powerful. And the beautiful thing is today it's very easy to do this. You're not talking about, having to get a whole camera and lights. You can walk out there with your smartphone and film a little video and talk about it and simply send it over to the customer. And if you can turn around and generate an extra $500, $600 repair order for filming a little 2-minute video that maybe takes you 5 minutes total to do, I think it's a great way for you to expand your marketing for next year. I've got time for one more question, and I'm looking it up right here. Okay. Could the video be done with a GoPro and the release will not be there? Yes, you can film your videos with any product you want. A GoPro is great. Any camera works. The key, though, is if you're going to film it, then when you want to upload it to YouTube, but you want to make sure that you get the release form. So you want to make sure that so it doesn't make a difference what camera you use or what video recorder you use. Just make sure that you do have the release form signed. That's the critical component of this process. Well, with that being said, I want to thank everybody for your time. I really appreciate it. We do webinars every month with different topics, so please check back. And like I said, if you want a copy of this presentation, just reach out to me. I'm more than happy to give it to you. And as always, my cell phone number is there, 954-205-7716. If there's ever anything I can do to help you, or if you ever just have some questions, or maybe you're going to try something, you want to bounce it off somebody, feel free to give me a call. I'm always here to help. If I don't talk to you before the holidays, I wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I look forward to seeing you in 2018. This is the Web Doc signing off.